Hello, everybody. How's it going? How's it going? Yeah, we'll talk about AD here in a second. yeah, AD does need to take some notes from my pal. He does. You're damn right. All right. So you start with story time with Slightly Biased. Is the retina thing serious or not? I don't know why it wouldn't be. You think he's just having surgery for fun? You think he just like, yeah, I just want the surgery, doc? So a quick little Slightly Biased story time. I think I might have mentioned it on stream once before a few days ago, but thought retina was having surgery for a second. Hopefully not. But around Friday or so, started to feel some. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I broke my ankle, got surgery. Started to feel some just like dull calf pain. You know, like 3 or 4 minutes a day tops. No, it wasn't like all day long. It wasn't just like these random bats of just like dull calf pain. Didn't really think much of it for a few days. Then yesterday morning, got it again. And I was like, all right, what the fuck's up with this? Like, I just want to make sure this isn't something weird. Called my ortho, my orthopedic doctor, and he was like, yeah, you should go to the ER. I was like, huh? He was like, you should, like, if you were in our office and you said that, we'd send you to the ER. And I was like, oh shit. All right. So I go to the emergency room. I'm there for 8 fucking hours. I'm there all day yesterday. They do, little ultrasound on my leg. I do a full ultrasound on my leg, right? Ultrasound on my leg. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit felt good because I've been off this leg for months, over a month at this point. Off this leg for over a month. And I mean, it's like a massage gun basically. So the shit feels good. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. So anyways, they're like, all right, we'll have your results soon. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go out and sit in the waiting room. 2 hours pass. They're like, all right, you ready? And I'm like, yeah, finally. They're like, all right, go sit in this room over here. I'm going to sit in this room. I'm thinking they're just going to come out. Hopefully everything's all good and I can leave. They come in and this guy goes, all right, let's get you set up for an IV. I was like, why? And he was like, so you can take your CAT scan. I was like, why the fuck do I need a CAT scan? He's like, I don't know. They put you down for a CAT scan. I'm just doing what's on the list. I was like, why do I need a CAT scan? He's like, I don't know, bro. Like, so yeah, sometimes it's just procedure. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, all right, fine. So I go and take the CT scan. I'm in there laying down. Everything's going crazy. They just said, yeah. I mean, the waiting room for the emergency room was packed. I mean, packed. So crowded. So anyways, I do my CAT scan, you know. At this point, I'm nervous as fuck. So then they make me go sit out for, I have insurance now. I do have insurance. But anyways, then I go sit in the waiting room for another 2 hours. Then they finally come in. They pull me into a room, and I'm anxious. I'm not gonna lie to you. I sit down. First thing she says, unfortunately, I'm like, oh fuck. They're like, unfortunately, you do have a small clot. And I was like, oh God, is it in my lungs? Because whenever I was getting my CT scan, the CT doctor was like, yeah, a lot of times when people have like blood clots in their legs, they usually have it in their lungs too. And I'm like, fuck. And so she was like, no, it's not in the lungs. It's deep vein thrombosis, which is what like Victor Wembanyama had, Dame had. Who else? Isn't that what Asar Thompson had as well? So anyways, yeah, deep vein thrombosis. They put me on blood thinners and sent me on my way. Yeah, I'm on blood thinners for the next few months. So that's where I was yesterday. Did she do a physical on you and grab your massive golf balls? Well, no. I'm happy that I can tell you guys like a very serious thing that just happened to me. Yeah, I have a blood clot in my leg. Now, I think we found it in time. Like they did a CT scan on my, my upper body. So they looked at my heart, they looked at my lungs, they looked at all my organs. They did blood tests, sent them to the lab, got results. And I'm not joking when I say they literally said this. The blood results, they said, came back perfect. They're like, we're surprised how perfect the blood results are. They said, you have the strongest blood we've ever seen. They said the strongest blood we've ever seen. So if you hadn't broke the ankle, they would have never found the clots. Well, they said it was a cause. I guess there's a, what's it called? Cause clot and a non-cause clot. It was something along those lines, what they said. And mine was a cause clot. Like I got the clot because I broke my ankle. And I've just been sitting around with a cast on for months is why I got the clot. Now they said if it was an uncaused clot, that like just appeared out of nowhere for no reason, then they said that they would have been like pretty concerned. But no, they put me on blood thinners. I got a follow-up appointment soon. I've got a follow-up appointment soon, and yeah, I'm on blood thinners now, and that's that. Hope you're doing okay. I'm not real familiar with how bad thrombosis can be, so I hope you're all right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, knock on wood, I feel fine. Like, again, this was just like a dull calf pain that lasts like 3 minutes that made me go and get it checked out. Again, I feel the same I felt, The thing is like the reason why, obviously they want to clear out the blood clot and stuff, but like the reason why NBA players miss so much time with shit like this is a lot of times it's because of the blood thinners, because it's dangerous to play like contact sports and stuff on blood thinners. DUT is nothing to mess with for real. No, for real, it's not. So I'm, happy they found it. Did someone ask on the other stream if you're on blood thinners? Yeah, I was on like some aspirin basically after my surgery to avoid this. I don't know what the fuck happened. So I was talking to my orthopedic doctor today, and we were talking about how much more common DVT is now. Be very careful with blood thinners. I know they told me not to, don't fall, don't do anything crazy. Good work to get it checked out as early as you did. A lot of people would just try and continue with their day until it became a real problem. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that like I had a broken ankle and like I knew this was a warning sign, this exact thing, I knew it was a warning sign. Otherwise, I would have just this dull calf pain, like that could be fucking anything. You know what I mean? Are you scared of this? Well, I mean, it's definitely a little scary, blood clot. But they found it. I mean, they sent me home same day. If they were really concerned about it, I'm sure I wouldn't be sitting here. I'd be in the hospital right now. They said like my upper body, my heart, my lungs, my liver, all these organs looked great. My blood was good. Is flood affecting your area? No, that's more like Central Texas. Crazy. So you can't smoke on blood thinners or drink. They didn't really say that. I mean, I wasn't doing that shit anyways, to be honest with you. So now you're going through it like Dame because he also injured too in blood clot. Yeah, for real. But we were talking about how common it is now, and it's just how it is. Like he was saying how, and like I'm not making a statement. This is just what we were saying. It's just like since COVID, it's been like a big time. There's been like a big time increase in it for whatever reason. You're doing all the right things now. None of you worried. No, I'm not really worried. I mean, I did everything. Like again, they ran tests and said everything looked good and that I could go. But he was also saying how they're just a lot more cautious with this stuff now. It wasn't even like the COVID stuff was like a segue into like they're much more cautious about this stuff now. And like he said like 5-6 years ago, if I went into their office and said I had dull calf pain, he would just be like, yeah, take some aspirin and, come back. Like if it's still bothering you in a couple weeks, come back. But he said now, like, if anyone experiences something like that, they should go get it checked at least. Heard more tales of blood clots post 2020 than ever. Well, I also wonder how much of that is like, because whenever I was getting my ultrasound, I was talking to a lady who was doing it, and she was like, yeah, this is like kind of newish. Like the stuff that they can find with this stuff now is crazy. So how much of it too is like, it's easier to find this stuff now versus a few years ago. I don't know. Yeah, that's where I was yesterday. ER all day. And also just a sign of just the fucking healthcare system here. They put me on these blood thinners. And I don't want to like be overly dramatic or anything like that, but like, I really need these. Like hopefully not life and death or anything like that, but like really need them. Eliquis, right? I get to the pharmacy and I give them my insurance card, all of that. And they're like, oh, the copay is $700. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, but you go on eliquis.com, you apply for a copay card and it's $10. And I was like, why the fuck isn't it just $10 then? Like, I mean, like, what is the deal? So I got to go through this thing online. It took me 5 minutes, but it's still just like, no, it wasn't through GoodRx. It was through, it was just through Eliquis. But it is just like, why is this not just $10 to begin with? Why do I have to do this other thing? If I do this other thing, it takes me 5 minutes and it's $10. Why the fuck isn't it just $10? Blood clot in my leg. Yep. Deep vein thrombosis. Sorry, my cat passed away today. Give Finn extra cuddles for me. I will. I'll give Finn. Sorry to hear about that, Sarah. I can give you some details on 80's retina procedure if you like. Yeah, for sure. For sure. What makes me think is a lot more sitting, bed rotting, and not moving with probably more media use from younger generations, but I could be totally wrong. Could be. I wonder how much of it with this stuff is always just like how much of this stuff is just like it's easier for us to find it now. How was your 4th? I didn't do shit. I didn't do anything. Should have been Tyrese Halliburton on the cover? No, not with him missing a whole year. What prompted the thrombosis consultation was like a calf soreness or something else? Yeah, it was just dull calf pain, which usually I wouldn't give a shit about. The only reason I cared was because of the surgery, and I knew that was like a potential blood clot symptom, and I just knew that they're worried about blood clots after you get a surgery. You know, what the fuck? So anyways, hopefully all's good. Knock on wood, you know. Hopefully all's well. All right, what's this? Superman debuts to 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. All right, that ain't half bad. Sorry, having so many health issues. Appreciate it. I don't know. Just there was almost no chance, but I was just gonna be ankle surgery and that was gonna be it. There was almost no chance. Please don't die. I would appreciate if you didn't put that out into the universe, you know what I mean? But thank you though. Yeah, I'll be live for the for Cooper Flag's Summer League debut. Oh, I'll be live. Oh, I'll be live. Don't you worry about me. Don't you worry about little old me. If it's on, I mean, I'll go live on both, but if it's on playback, I'll go over there. Just popped in. Is there an ankle update? You can rewind. I was talking about it for a while. It's raining outside. So does screaming affect the blood thinners? They didn't really tell me. Like, I was like, what do I need to do differently? They were like, nothing really. I was like, okay. I was like, you sure? And they're like, yeah, just like don't fall. I was like, oh, all right. I'll try my hardest. All right, here we go. Let's lock in. Damn, it's really raining. Aaron? I knew that wasn't a word. E-R-A. I know that's not a word, guys. Arrayed. Erode. Oh, fuck. Horrible guess. That's one of the worst guesses I've ever had. All right, so we know. All right, AR. We know it's AR blank D. That has to be it. AER blank D. Is area a word? Wait, what? All right. Breed. What was it? What was so confusing? Oh, here we go. Bread is what I meant. Here we go. Dread. Could that be it? What are our other options here? Tread. Oh, shit. Tread or dread? Sometimes you just fucking got it, guys. Sometimes you just got it. All right, can we? Last time we did connections, I did it in about 3 minutes. It was my most impressive connections run yet. Let's see. Carpenter. Thinking Jesus immediately. Pin. Pin, password, code. Key? All right. Fling, relations, affair. Okay. Fling, affair, relations, thing. Boom. All right. Candy. Bench, locker, mirror, scale. Holy fuck. Am I the GOAT at this game? What was this last one? John's. John Candy, John Carpenter, John Legend, John Major. Am I the GOAT at this damn game all of a sudden? I'm speed running this shit. Can you play old ones? All right. Been a few days since we've been live. Noah tweeted out a bunch of quotes today. We'll scroll through those later. Mav centric. I got a video dropping later tonight, by the way. When this stream ends, I'm dropping a video. It's been 10 years to the day. 10 years to the day that DeAndre Jordan spurned the Dallas Mavericks. So I did a full ramble session with a PowerPoint, just going through the days in the lead up. It was hilarious going back and looking through all of it. And then the Twitter, the emoji war. Pretty great going back and watching it. Pretty great. It's been 10 years since DeAndre Jordan left. And my favorite part of it, like the funniest part of like going back and looking at it to me, was just the sheer amount of horrible, god-awful moves the Mavericks were trying to do at the time, but struck out on. Like that was the funniest little bit of it to me, was the constant like, oh, the Mavericks really wanted to give DeAndre Jordan $20 million a year to be the centerpiece of their team. Like that was what was crazy to me. Like the centerpiece of their team, they wanted to pay him $20 million a year. They wanted to pay Hassan Whiteside a fuck ton of money. They wanted to give Dwight Howard a fuck ton of money. They wanted to give Nerlens Noel a fuck ton of money. Chandler Parsons, yeah, whatever happened there. Guys, I'm so close to being on Sopranos too, by the way. So close. So close that I've actually slowed down my consumption of it. Just because I don't want to be done. Have you guys ever done that? Like, if you're playing a game that you really like, if you like, there's like a game you really like, and it's like, fuck, I'm almost done with it. I don't want to finish it. I don't want to be done with it. That's how I am with The Sopranos right now. Great show. I still think, because I'm close enough to the end, and of course I know how the show ends. I'm close enough to the end that I think I could say Succession's still my number one. It's my number one boy. Succession is. But Sopranos is up there. Is your video chronicling the Mavs last season still driving at some point? Yeah, eventually. I kind of just like, I found myself at this impasse where it's like, I just fucking hate. I have to be honest with you. I just hate like I'm going to talk about this 24/7 in regards to the Luka trade. So it's like, it's preventing me because it's just like, I don't want to talk about it anymore. You know what I mean? I've just kind of like had it. But the video wouldn't be centered around the Luka trade, but it'd be a part of it. What is your stance on Breaking Bad? Oh, it's one of my favorite shows ever, for sure. I have horrible taste. Why is that? Succession's my number one show. I don't give a fuck. Succession's by far my number one show. It's by far my favorite show ever. All right, should we start here? The 2K. Didn't we say this was going to happen? Not really that much of a surprise. The generational run continues. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is your NBA 26, 2K26 Standard Edition cover athlete. Pre-order starting tomorrow. You want to know what's funny about this shit, man? And one of my big problems with 2K in general, but really video games in general, but you know, it's a big sports game problem, is they open up pre-orders before you even know a single thing about the game. Like outside of Shea being on the cover, do we know a single thing about the game? Are there like, do we know any new features? Do we know any like, you know, hey, like this year we're adding this game mode. Not adding shit. $70 for rookie face scans. What you have to do for a game like this is once you hit that pocket where it's like people will pay $70 just to have the new one, right? Because everyone's like, all your friends are going to go be, hey, get on 2K, get on the rec. Like everyone's on 2K26. Same thing with COD. Like get on the new COD. It's like you like part of paying for it is part of like, all right, I have it. Like so my friends are playing 2K, I can get on and play it with them. So I'm not stuck like, I only have 2K22, guys. And I know nothing's changed since between now and then, but like, that's what I got. Al Horford's on the cover. Oh, yep, there he is. Al Horford and Luke Cornett screaming at him. What is going on? What's this defensive playing? Who's this then? That's Al Horford. That's Luke Cornett. Who is this? Jordan Walsh? I mean, that's almost certainly Al Horford. That's definitely Luke Cornett. Tillman? What is this line? Al Horford, Luke Cornett, Xavier Tillman. Yeah, it's not a great cover, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst. EA Sports has conditioned to 85% of their player base to play monetized online game modes anyway. They've stopped catering to simulation players since the current age of monetization post-purchase. I mean, games are in a bad spot. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. Games are just in a bad place. I don't know if it'll ever be fixed. Like, there are still great games coming out, but I mean, the sports games will never return to form. I don't think there's a world where sports games ever get better, right? I mean, what is the incentive for? And what's funny is, so me personally, right? I haven't liked the 2K and thought like a 2K was good since 2K15. I want to say that maybe even 14. I haven't liked any of them since then. None of them. I think they've all been fucking trash. I haven't liked Madden in God knows how long. I mean, Madden's been dog shit for like my whole fucking life, basically. %, of popular games are pay to win. I will say they do it because they know pay to win is like an immediate fuck you. Like sports games will do it. They get carte blanche. Like sports games will do it. Whatever. The My Team modes, we've already accepted that shit. But like any other games, pay to win, especially if you're not free, is like an almost immediate death sentence. Cooper Flag on the cover of 2K in the next 5 years? If he's good, absolutely, I bet. I'd bet you almost anything, yes. They made my GM immersive and actually playable, I'd be on 2K 24/7. Well, what's funny is like my GM is far and away the best. Far and away the best franchise mode out of any of these sports games. It's not even close. It's like not even close how much better my GM is than Madden's dog shit franchise, MLB The Show's dog shit franchise. My Eras doesn't go past 2027. Still, though, like the Eras thing doesn't even exist in any other game. That's still a cool thing. And the fact that you can go back to 1991 and it's just like accurate with the logos and the jerseys and the courts and the players down to the fucking 15th man is crazy. My owner told me to go win the title, and then the trade deadline wanted me to acquire 5 first-round picks. I mean, you guys witnessed, slightly GM. It's easy. How are you guys not winning a million championships in 2K? It's easy. I saw that they're going to stop making old gen versions of 2K so they can actually focus on one game a year now. Thank God. I didn't even know they were still doing that. I heard that this Mavs like new roster in the 2K's game is broken. Like you just like cakewalk to a win. So anyways, congratulations to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Unfortunately, I'll be playing this dog shit game when it comes out, but I will. I don't give a fuck. I will be playing it. Who am I fooling? We'll be playing this piece of shit game when it returns. When do these usually come out? Like September, right? I will not be pre-ordering it, though. Early September. September 5th. All right, there you go. If not Shea, who should have been on the cover? Oh, it was easily Shea's year. I can't even really think of who else it would be. Maybe Ant. Shea's an easy pick, though. Any chance the EA college one is good? The college basketball game? Honest to God, no. There's almost no chance it's good. Now, the question is, will 2K see that and be like, oh shit, we need to make a college basketball game, and then really try hard? All right. Then I'm interested. All right, what did I want to talk about today? John Collins trade. We also had, I think the first over-unders on wins have dropped. When was this trade? Was this trade yesterday or 2 days ago? This trade was yesterday. My God, yesterday was a snail's pace. Yeah, we're going to go over the team totals. So the big trade. Clippers, Jazz, Heat have agreed to a trade that sends Norm Powell to Miami, John Collins to the Clippers, Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, and a 2027 second-round pick to Utah. So the Clippers get John Collins, which I predicted that. Clippers get John Collins. All they had to give up was what? Norm Powell? The most interesting one is Miami gets Norm Powell, who had a borderline all-star case first half of the season, and all they had to give up was Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson. I mean, that's a pretty damn good deal here. NBA GMs do not value no defense shooting guards. Yeah, I mean this continues a trend across the league this year where these type of guys, and Norm Powell's probably the best out of all the ones we've seen dealt. But these type of guys are just not all that valuable. I mean, the Clippers got John Collins out of it, right? But if you were to view it as the Clippers traded Norm Powell to get John Collins, and then the Jazz flipped Norm Powell for Kyle Anderson, Kevin Love in 2027 second. It's like, yeah. And it does sound like Bradley Beal is going to the Clippers. So poor Heat fans will never be allowed to see their team tank for a high pick. But this is one of those deals where it's like, even if you weren't in aggressive pursuit of a guy like Norm Powell, like, wait, what? We can get this guy for Kevin Love and Kyle Anderson? Why the fuck would we say no to that? You know? Like, we got to say yes. That's an easy yes for us. Another team has sold themselves on the idea of John Collins. John Collins was pretty good last year. I mean, I like him in LA. I mean, I predicted this one. Some ran with the 499. I don't know if you streamed since, but in my opinion, Cooper Flagg should be higher on the list of next MVP only because the next 5-6 years is not going to be an American. So the reason why he was a little bit lower is I have to think within the next 5 years, because we don't know what Cooper Flagg is going to end up being. We don't know. I think Cooper Flagg, even at 70th percentile of what he can be, is just not probably going to be an MVP type of guy. There's a pathway for a Durant MVP year. I don't see that really at all. That would be so surprising to me. But anyways, I mean, I like this for Atlanta or LA. They're getting, this has been a reoccurring thing for them. They're looking for these athletic guys to pair alongside Harden, catch a lob. Hopefully his shooting stats get a little bit better, or his shooting stays consistent at the very least. And he's on an expiring deal. The Clippers are positioning themselves to have a ton of money in the offseason. So I like it. Thoughts on removing LA from the U.S.? Why people acting like Collins didn't average 19 a game on almost 50, 40, 90 splits? But no, he's never going to play the 5. Yeah, but he doesn't have to here. He doesn't have to. He can play alongside Zubats. And then for the Heat, again, I don't know if this was them, we need Norman Powell on our team. I can't imagine that they set out to do that. It's more so just we can get Norman Powell for next to nothing. Okay. Why would we not do that? And he's expiring, and apparently he's going to want a stupid amount of money. The only team I don't the Jazz are just continuing this shit ass rebuild. No blue chip young players. Just tanking and hoping for the best over and over and over again. That's why these rebuilds, man. You never know. They've thought that this Jazz rebuild's compared to this Thunder rebuild. This Jazz rebuild's going on year 4, and where's the light at the end of the tunnel? Bryce Sensabaugh had a good summer league game. So all these like shut it down, tear it down talks. Like there are definitely teams I think need to do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off because it's better to at least take your chances in something like this versus, you know, continuing to be mediocre as fuck. But like this idea, like the Mavs should tear it down. No. Thoughts on Ace Bailey so far? Up and down. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't like really paid much attention to Summer League just yet. I usually don't pay attention to Summer League until Vegas. I don't usually watch any of the other ones. Bubba with the 2. I sent you a paragraph on X DMs regarding ADI. All right, I'll check it out in a second. Some random with the 499. Really surprised you like for LA. Wasn't Norman Powell like their best player last season? Kind of surprising they're letting him go. Well, they didn't want to pay him. And pretty much all reports make it sound as if Bradley Beal's coming to the Clippers. So you basically be replacing Norm Powell with John Collins and Bradley Beal if you want to look at it that way. In which case, that's pretty damn good. Logan with the $2. Imagine Luke on the Clippers. Pretty scary. That would be pretty scary. Absolutely no effort in these 2K covers. I gotta be honest with you. This one looks fine. Even this one would work. Bro, they're not making this a cover of a fucking... Are you stupid? No offense, bro. But are you actually stupid? They would never make this the cover of a fucking 2K game. Are you out of your mind that you think that? He's just horny? I mean, it's a cool picture, but they would never make this the cover. First and foremost, right? You got to factor into the equation. I look at both of these pictures and I see basketball. Right? There's going to be people who are trying to market this game to who might not even know who the fuck Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is. How many Summer League games do you think Cooper would play? Probably like 4. Some ran with the 199, but Beal 2 years, 110 million is not a good contract though. Yeah, but he's getting bought out. By the way, what's on my TV? What is this? Flu versus Chelsea. Luka and Dirks was pretty sick with the painting. Yeah, that was a good cover. Club Cup. I mean, what the fuck is the Club Cup? Do they just never quit playing? Didn't the Premier League just end? I know. I was talking with, I forgot who I was talking to on the phone. I think it might be my mom or something. Maybe my dad. I don't remember. It was like, yeah, well, what's America Concave Cup? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck these cups are. I have no clue. I don't know. Who knows? Gonna see the new Superman? No, probably not for a bit. Probably won't be leaving my house for a while. This is my life. This is my unfortunate reality. Do USA not like soccer? Why do you think? Just not our sport. One, we're not really good at it. We embarrass ourselves to the world stage every time. We don't have like a big international player, really. Right? All around me are familiar faces. Summerman with the 499 is Club World Cup. First iteration of the competition happens every 4 years. In my opinion, kind of meh. But I'm an EU elitist when it comes to football. I guess the same thing kind of applies to like the in-season tournament. But this is different because that's at least during the season and counts towards the regular season. This one's like, why would I care about this? You know, like if I'm Chelsea's owner or coach or whatever, I'm like, I don't want my guys going out there and fucking getting hurt in this game. Like I want them all recovering and prepping for, you know, the next 3 months of recovery. Not even meant bashfully, but Americans don't have the attention span for soccer. U.S. sports are so fast, while soccer can be pretty slow at times. I think that might be part of it. I mean, I wish it was bigger. I wish we were a little bit more involved in like the global game. Fuck. All right. Where to next? Do we go the the over-unders talk? Summerman with the 199 is a lot of money. Rivals Champion League. This, if you win it? All right. I guess actually, let's do the Anthony Davis stuff right now. So whenever I first read this, I thought it had something to do with his stomach. Like when I first saw this notification, I thought that it had something to do with the stomach issue that he was dealing with, the abductor issue or whatever. Dallas Mavericks All-Star Anthony Davis underwent a procedure to repair a detached retina that he suffered during the season. Sources tell ESPN Davis has played through multiple hits to the face last year. He's expected to be healthy for next training camp. So, I mean, we're not even really, like, we're 2 months away from training camp. The NBA offseason moves like this. But, I don't know. Mixed feelings about this. From what I could gather on Twitter, from what I could gather from Twitter docs, and our guy in the chat, Bubba Tricks, has some experience here, that a fully detached retina has to be attended to almost immediately, or you're going to lose sight in your eye permanently. Like there's going to be permanent eye damage. It's kind of one of those things where, like, if you fully detach your retina, you know it, right? Retina's getting a lot of airplay right now. Didn't Bobby Marks report a detached retina has to be fixed in a few days? So how did AD play through it for a couple months? Well, I'm assuming that this isn't a fully detached retina, that it's more so like damaged and maybe it's a little detached and they're going to go in and fix it. Right? That's what I'm assuming is the case here. So here's our guy Bubba sent me this. There's 2 procedures they can go to unless multimillionaires are hiding some shit. One is work outside the eye, which negates the chances of getting cataracts by a shit ton, but the aftermath of said procedure is literal hell due to your eyes being bloodshot red for multiple weeks. 2, work inside the eye while using some type of gas to press the retina back into place. The aftermath for this procedure is not even remotely as hellish as the first, but you increase the chances of having cataracts in the future. I've had to endure both these treatments, unfortunately, and my right eye's strength went from 100% to 30% after the first operation. In parentheses, the surgeons didn't fuck me up or anything. My eye was just pretty much fucked regardless. I can't tell you how AD will recover from this. Only thing I can pretty much assume is that it's going to be having multiple surgeries in his lifetime due to the retina being very fragile after getting loose in the first place. Ooh. Yikes. Dude, I don't know if there's any clear indication of when this happened necessarily. Again, from what I've gathered, if this were a super serious thing where it completely detached, they would have had to have gotten to work immediately. I wonder if, and I could be wrong here, but there's varying severities And this one's maybe, I'm scared to search detached retina. That's one of those things where I don't want to see it. Brett Siegel tweeted out, Brett Siegel's been all over the place this offseason, to be fair. As a son of an eye doctor, a detached retina is a time-sensitive injury that needs to be addressed within 48 hours to prevent long-term damage and vision loss. It's hard to imagine that he suffered this injury in the middle of the year and didn't address it then. Unless this is recent or over the weekend or yesterday, he didn't suffer a retinal detachment. It was very likely internal damage to the eye, probably a hole forming that would eventually lead to a detached retina. So we know they like to play some of this stuff up, weirdly enough. The fact that he'll be back by training camp, at least so they say, is encouraging, I guess. I've seen a lot of people say that this is just goes to show how shitty the Mavericks training staff is. And I don't know, that could be part of it. So this is also what Brett Siegel said. If he suffered a retinal detachment in the middle of the season and is just now having it addressed, he would be blind. As a result, this is either a prevention procedure to address a hole forming in the eye or something that happened over the last few days. Should be a few weeks recovery time. Interesting. All right. I mean, we'll see what this means. I had mine when I was 18. I mean, this sounds terrible. Nico said AD wouldn't have to undergo surgery at this end of season presser. I think that was more so in relation to the other slew of the abdominal strain that he was having. How can you do a preventable surgery on an already detached retina? So like these like breaking reports immediately, especially from Shams. We've seen Shams over exaggerate these in the past and stuff like that, to the point where it's like, again, it could be a preventative. Like we saw this thing and it could lead to a detached retina, so we're gonna go in and fix it right now, type of things. And Shams just sees detached retina fucking tweets and I mean, I don't know. I we'll see. If this leads to AD not being able to see out of one eye, well, I can't begin to tell you how disastrous that would be. Maybe they just meant to say he's getting LASIK. No. Remember how swelled up his eye was? It just feels like Shams is always very sensationalist with his injury reports. Right? Like think about was it ever confirmed by anybody else that Aaron Gordon had a grade 2 hamstring strain? And again, they're saying that he suffered this during the season. So if it is like a serious detached retina, and it is one, and he's still not blind, then this means that it did happen a few days ago. But again, if this is something he had all season, everybody by all accounts is saying that he would be blind if they didn't address this immediately. Bro, if AD might decrease an eye, it's over for his career, man. I'm dead serious. Well, I guess we'll wait and see. You guys are scaring me a little tiny bit about this. You guys are scaring me a little bit. I got to be honest with you. Had to be the Gafford elbow. Let's see if I can find that play. Let's see if we can find. I saw a tweet earlier that might have had the play in question. He has to play with goggles, or it was all fake. So this is going to be a problem. Like, won't this be a problem then for a while? Like, if he gets hit in the face, it's going to be a big, scary thing. Here we go. This play from Hawks Mavs game may have been where AD sustained the retina injury. He left the game and returned. He finished with 34 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks, and a game winner. Oh, the Hawks game where he hit the game winner? Logan with the $2. Did he hurt his eye playing video games? Maybe during his prank show.
I was going to the head, and when the foul was, oh, friendly fire. Ouch.
Damn. That looked like that caught him above the eye. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not going to jump to too many ginormous conclusions, right? We'll see. AD getting hit anywhere is life-threatening. Oh, I'm serious though. Dwight Powell should have given him a training course on how to absorb shots to the face. Like that should be something that every Mavs player goes through. Hey, training camp. All right, guys, get here a week early this year. Just letting you know it's gonna be rough. Dwight Powell's gonna be teaching a face contact absorption camp. All right. They need to offer that for, like, you know how they have hoop camps for kids? They need that to be a station. All right, kids, say we're gonna get elbowed in the cheek. Figure out the best places on the face to get elbowed. Mosey with the $199. AD gonna look like Helen Keller on the court. Can they get out of that contract if he's blind? I mean, knock on wood, God willing, God bless. This doesn't happen, right? AD's got new designer injuries now. Designer injuries. We'll see what comes of this, if anything. Honestly, this could be one of those where we don't hear anything, and it's just like, oh yeah, he had the surgery. He's fine. Everything is horrible. 80th and eye patch would go hard. Yeah, an eye patch would go hard for an NBA player. Oh shit. I'm sleepy. Do blood thinners make you sleepy? What else are we gonna do? Oh man, these over-unders are dangerous, man. Stop yawning before that mouth takes a beating. Holy shit. Do you like the Hawks roster? I do, a lot. Yeah. A little fatigued. The soccer fans crying, real tears. No, they're not fucking around over there. But what and football fans, correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's acceptable. Like, you know, if they panned like a 29-year-old basketball fan crying like during just a random fucking game, like they'd be getting blasted and made fun of endlessly, right? But football, it's like, yeah, that's just passion for the game. Is Paulo Banchero a top 15 player in the league right now? I mean, almost certainly not. Right? Right. NBA Vegas win totals. When do they release these? / where? Where can I find this on Twitter? Who tweeted it out? Incendiary bomb. Three cone. See, like the Mavs would never do some shit like this with me. They never let me hold it. They just wouldn't do it. I'm scrolling, guys. Where is it? Where is it, guys? I'm fucking scrolling. Will you be with Nick this year at training camp? Probably not. Oh my God, we're doing this shit again. When didn't we already do this whole saga? Didn't we already cry about this for weeks? Haven't we already done this? Oh. Yeah, and that became like a huge meme on NBA Twitter. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. It's garbage. Why is it really this hard to find the total win totals? What's going on in baseball? Let's see. Who's favorites? Wow, Detroit is... The Tigers are comfortable favorites to win the AL. They're cruising, huh? The Rangers are plus 4,000. Fucking dog shit team. Shitty ass team. That is a Dwight Powell jersey, yes. Dwight Powell, Derek Lively. Who else is in there? Bro cried because his team won a chip. I mean, I understand if you're one of the players, but if you're just a content creator, I don't know why. I couldn't get crying if your team won a championship. Now, I love I do love 3-cone. But to be fair, that was like during game 5. That was like game 5. To be fair. All right, I guess we'll just look at Evan Incendiary Bomb. Sports mean a lot to people, especially if you're, a Thunder fan, you know? Like, yeah, you had a great stretch. Like, your team was better than anybody else could have wanted their teams to be. But also at the same time, like, you've never seen a championship. You've seen this young team kind of grow together. There's nothing wrong with that, man. God, you guys are just so... You guys are just so negative. It's a fucking shame. It's a damn shame. All right, let's just look at it here. Which one do you think's better to look at, guys? This or this? That coach is wearing just a plaid shirt tucked into jeans. The tweet? All right. Incendiary Bomb. Let's go. Let's go bottom to top. July 8th. Very early. Very early to look at team totals. But hard to imagine there's too many moves between now and the start of the season, or at least too many like gigantic ones. Like, what are we really waiting on? Beal going somewhere, I think, would shift. It would shift the team total, right? Like if you went to the Clippers, I think you'd have to boost them like a day or a couple wins. I think a win or two. Giannis isn't getting traded. That ship has sailed. That would have already happened. I'm trying to think of what other free agent moves could potentially even be out there. Well, Josh Giddey's going to stay with Chicago. The question is how much money. And unless there's like a big trade that we're just kind of really sleeping on, right? Like unless the Jazz trade Lowry or something like that. Just can't imagine there's too many giant moves left. So let's look at it and let's talk about it. The Jazz, 18.5 wins is their their win total for this upcoming season, 18.5. Yeah, they'll be pretty fucking bad. I do ask the question, do they have the best player out of this clump of teams right here? Wizards, Nets. Do they have the best player? They do, right? Larry Markkinen. Do they have the best coach? Yeah, they probably have the best coach, right? Jordi Fernandez, you can make an argument for, I guess, but they're probably the best coach out of this trio of teams. I just don't know if I think the Jazz will be the worst team in the NBA next season. I know that's where they're headed, right? And they were the worst team in the NBA last year. 17 fucking wins. Oh my God. All right, yeah, maybe. All right, sure. Maybe they win 17 games. I mean, they're going to be terrible. All right, cool. Wizards, they won 18 last year. Do they win 2 more? See, I think I would, especially towards the bottom here, I think I would go over initially on all of these Eastern Conference teams, only because I think it's going to be so bad that some of these lower teams will just kind of beat up each other, if that makes sense. I think the Wizards clear 20.5 pretty easily. Now, I don't know what that means. That could just be like 25, right? Yvonne with the 16 months. What up, missed most of the stream, but here now. Hey, what up, Yvonne? Speaking of dropping a ramble video later today. But the Wizards, yeah, they have an interesting team with vets on it. How many of those guys survive the offseason? I don't know. How many of those guys survive the trade deadlines? Another question as well. With what? Marcus Smart, Chris Middleton. Who else they've got now to go along with some of their young talent? You know, hey, Trey Johnson's a guy who could win Rookie of the Year. Like, I could see that. I could see it. They've got their second year guys who I'm sure will improve. Sarr had some flashes towards the end of the season that looked really solid. You know, Bub Carrington showed some signs. I'd go over the Wizards, honest to God. I would go over them. Nets at 21.5. 26 last year. I think they're going to be so shit. I mean, they're going to be terrible, right? If the Nets do not put out a lineup at some point this season where all 5 first-round picks are on the floor, what the fuck are they doing? They don't understand the assignment if their 5 first-round picks are not on the floor at the same time at some point this season. How would that work? I don't know. Make it work. Make it fucking work. They could make something happen just because Wolf's 7 feet and Dimon has some decent size. So you could have oh shit, what's the Israeli dude's name? Safar. You could have him be your point guard. You could have Traore be your 2 guard. You have Drake Powell be your 3. Then you can have Dimon be your 4, and you can have Wolf be your 5. If that lineup's not on the floor at some point, fuck you. Okay. I think they're gonna be terrible though. MPJ finna go off in Brooklyn. No. I doubt it. And then there's like a decent jump, but like the Vegas views these 3 as the dregs. These teams will be far and away the worst. The Hornets are just kind of like 24.5. I mean, what's LaMelo going to play 30 games this season? I don't know. I would never, it's my Hornets, right? Maybe when we get closer to the season, I look at their roster, I might think, damn, if LaMelo plays 65 games and Brandon Miller, can he get to 65 games? Like, that might not be a bad team. Guys, who the fuck's their center? Mason Plumlee's their starting center. They won 19 last year. I'm slamming that under. I'm slamming that. Suns 30.5. Damn. Jesus. They think the Suns are the second worst team in the West? Wow. 30.5? I feel like they'll hit that over. 30 is not a lot of games to win. 30 feels so low. I mean, their front court's way better now with Mark Williams, Malawach. Never want to put too much on a rookie's plate, especially like a guy like Rasheer Fleming, which that's a good pick, but I don't know how good just yet. But yeah, 30.5 for the second worst team in a conference is a lot. But like, what happens if Booker plays 50 games? And what was their record without KD last year? It was abysmal. It was like 2-15 or something crazy like that. You'll have the Jalen Green experience. 30.5 feels so low. I mean, I don't know if I'd feel pumped betting the over, but there's just, God, that's low. Pelicans 31.5. They won 21 last year. I mean, they're moving like a team that wants to compete and contend. The pathetic Suns. Yeah, the Pelicans have no reason to tank and shut it down like they did this past year. They have no reason to do that since the Hawks now potentially control that pick. Just one of the worst trades you'll ever see. But I would never in a million years bet on them to do anything. Could see a world where Zion plays 30 games. Trey Murphy's on a different team at the deadline. Herb Jones is on a different team at the deadline. Their rookies struggle at times, especially small guard like Fears and like a big like Queen, and they're fucking terrible. Can 100% see that being something we see. You know, could also see a world where Zion plays, 72 games. No, 64 games. Yeah, sure. And they get to like mid-40s and wins. Yeah, I could see that. But would I bet on any of it? Fuck no. I would never bet on the Pelicans. Bulls 32.5. Huh. They won 39 last year. Tyler with the 499. I bet my life savings on VJ Rookie of the Year. Have a great day, Unc. Terrible bet. Terrible bet. So let's skip the Blazers real quick. We'll circle back to them. Do we think the Raptors are 2 games better than the Bulls? For sure. Talent-wise, they should be much better than the Bulls. Payroll-wise, they should be much better than the Bulls. Do we think the Heat are 5 games better than the Bulls? I'm going to be real. I don't at all. I don't think the Heat are very good. I don't think the Bulls are very good either, but God, the East is so terrible. Like, I'm just looking at these teams. I mean, I'd be absolutely shocked if any of these teams won 40 games. Shocked. Like, holy fuck. Blazers at 33. I'd feel comfortable hammering that over. They went over that last year. I just don't know how would they go under. They won 36 games last year. I don't see a world where they get worse unless you're arguing that the West just got better. I'd hammer that for sure. I'd go over. See, like Raptors 34.5. I actually like to think they should win more than that. I mean, they're paying their starters $150 million. They should win more than that. Heat 37.5. I'd bet the under there. Kings 37.5. I'll just say this. I'm working on top 10 lists by the end of the week. Top 10 favorite moves of the offseason, top 10 least favorite moves of the offseason. I'll just spoil it right now. One of my least favorite moves of the offseason is the Kings in general. I hate their fucking team. I hate them. I hate everything they've got going on. Right. I hate that Sabonis is their best player. I hate that they have DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine on a team again. I hate that they're just willing to just pawn off Malik Monk is what it sounds like. I don't like their team at all. And one of my least favorite moves of them is not blowing it up. I don't know what would have been available to them had they wanted to trade Sabonis. I'm sure nobody wants Zach LaVine. I'm sure there's not a big market for DeRozan, but I hate their team. I just do. I think each day they go without blowing it up is a mistake. And you want to know something? Why I think that too is because you've already did it. You've traded the two best players you've had on your roster in the last 5 years. You have traded when they were young, too. So I don't get what the fuck it is you're doing. Like, oh well, we don't want to commit to a tank, but you've already traded your 2 best players in the last 5 years. You traded Halliburton and you traded Fox. You've already done it, right? You've already done it. So just do it. Can't stand them. I can't stand them. All right, so this was the most, like, and I'm not just saying this from like a Mavs fan perspective. This was the most shocking one. 38.5 wins for the Mavs. Wow. I mean, that feels disgustingly low, right? They won 39 games last year in what was one of the biggest seasons from Hells I've ever seen. We might be really bad. Maybe they're just looking at it like the floor of this team could be really low. I don't know. I think the Mavericks are deep enough to win 40 games. And I don't even think they're the championship contenders next year. I don't even think that. 38, though? One game better than the Kings? I mean, maybe we'll look back at this and laugh. Afraid of injuries with Kyrie out, I guess. I mean, I guess. Shouldn't they be higher than the Grizzlies then? If they're like that scared of injuries? Should they be higher than the Pacers then? Like, the Pacers are going to be without their best player all year. Like, they've already confirmed Tyrese Haliburton is not playing a single game next year. Grizzlies at 40.5. I mean, that's low. The under 500 for the Grizzlies. It's a little crazy. They seem to always just win. Sixers 43.5. I'd hit that over if I were honest with you. I'd hit that over comfortably. Because that doesn't even have to be crazy. That could be 48 wins. You know, in the 5 seed for the Sixers. That doesn't feel crazy at all to me that they could get that. Spurs 43.5 is a little interesting. Obviously, they were without, hey, my DVT brother, Victor Wembanyama. My deep vein thrombosis brother. All right. I mean, they're predicting a sizable jump here for the Spurs. That'd be a 10-win increase if they went over on that. But I think that's possible. I absolutely think it's possible. Wait, how the Spurs get higher than us? I could see it, actually. I could see it. Now, if we're doing like, well, the Mavs will be injured. I don't, like, the Sixers really are 5 games better than the Mavs. Like, all right. I get the conference stuff, but all right. Celtics have 43.5. Damn. Celtics have the same total as the Spurs and the Sixers. And 2 less than the Pistons. I guess there could be a world where the Celtics are terrible. I think I'm like underestimating the possibility of the Celtics being absolute shit. Yeah, I got DVT. I had a big talk about it at the start of the stream. If you want to go back and listen. I think I'm underestimating the possibility of the Celtics winning like 26 games next year. Now, I guess my question is if they get to the trade deadline and that's what their season looks like, what do they do? At that point, are you still just gonna be like, just hold this fort, guys? Like, next year when Tatum's back, we'll be good to go. Jalen will carry. I've been thinking lately about the Celtics team and thinking about the idea of Jaylen Brown being your best player for an 82-game season, and it is scary in a bad way for the Celtics. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's like I actually feel more confident, crazy enough, in the Pacers winning more games than the Celtics next year. Is that crazy to say? Just I like their infrastructure a little bit more. Yeah, the Celtics front court is... I mean, who is going to be starting for them next year? At this point, is it Keita? Is he going to be starting center for them? Pistons at 45.5. They won 44 last year. Bucks 45.5. Am I crazy for thinking the Bucks win more than that? I just feel if Giannis plays and is healthy over the course of a whole season, you'll win like 48 games. They won, 48 games last year? Yeah. You'll win 48 games if Giannis plays. I think I'd feel comfortable going over on that. I know their situation with their backcourt and stuff like that. Now, who knows? Maybe they get Chris Paul. Maybe they get Beal. I've heard that tossed around. With Kuzma, they won't go more than 45. That's true. I don't know. If Giannis plays, I think they'll get there. 45.5 is not a lot. Clippers 45.5. All right, so immediately I'm seeing something I disagree with here. The Lakers and Warriors should not be ahead of the Clippers under any circumstances. All right. Lakers and Warriors should probably be 45.5. Clippers should be 45.5. I'd hammer the under on both these teams. I'd hammer the under on both the Lakers and the Warriors, and I'd hammer the over on the Clippers. I don't know. What else am I waiting to see from the Clippers? They overachieve every single fucking year. They've got a really good roster. They won 50 games last year. I've seen what I need to see. I don't think this Lakers team's good, really. And I don't like this Warriors team scares me. I don't know. Steph misses 3 weeks, then what? Lakers won 50 last year. Well, that's the thing about last year is it's last year. If 2 games separated the 3 seed Clippers from the 8 seed Grizzlies. That's why I don't like the win stuff. I don't care about it from year to year. I don't care about it. Some random with the 199. Hope I'm wrong, but Lakers not hitting 40. I mean, they'll get 40, but I think their depth stinks as it currently stands. The Warriors, Jimmy just looked concerning to me. You know, when the playoffs, when Steph was out, and I was like, all right, Jimmy, this is what we got you for. And he was like, yeah, It's just alarming to me because we know we're not going to get fully locked in regular season from Jimmy. We just know it. We know it's not going to happen. Depth hype, I think they're going to be good in the regular season, but not high for the playoffs. Who, the Warriors or the Clippers? I'm not like banking on the Clippers being a team that can make a deep run. I've said like Kawhi won't be healthy enough and James Harden will shit in his fucking pants. Okay. So I don't really care about the playoffs aspect. Just looking at it from a win total thing. AD missed half the year and Lakers still got the 50 wins. You can go year by year, and do this. Some ran with the 199. Same time, I believe Luka can carry to 50. So, hey. Can I say something that, and don't yell at me, but can I say something and asking an honest question? Because I've seen this get brought up time and time again. And I do just have one honest question. And please don't yell at me, okay? Please don't yell at me whenever I ask this. I keep seeing this where it's like, yeah, Luka will carry you to 50 wins. Luka will carry, like, you're an automatic, you know, what Luka will make you and I'm thinking to myself, really? I haven't heard it. I haven't seen it. The highest seed I've seen them be is a 4 seed. Well, no, I'm just saying because I see this get brought up all the time. It's like Luka will drag you in the regular season, and it's like, will he? Luka will carry you to the playoffs at least, but won't get you to 50 wins. Luka took in the West Finals. I mean, Luka will take you in the playoffs. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Luka will. Doesn't matter what seed you are. Luka can take you on a run in the playoffs. Absolutely. Don't worry, Lakers will not be good enough, and Luka will go to Orlando. Luke will absolutely carry a dud team to 45. He's done it. I think the 21-22, 52-win season was the best, most impressive, like, regular season result with that team. With this Lakers roster, 22-23 Mavs vibes for Lakers. Can I also like wait and see what's going on with LeBron? Timberwolves at 50.5. I feel like nobody talks about the Timberwolves at all. When we had a dud team, we actually missed the playoffs, so something might be cooking. I have to push back on some of this, like the teams are bad shit. Like I've already seen this revisionist history of carrying a team to the finals. Like, let's get serious, please. That team was really fucking good. And yes, Luke was the best player on the team. Some ran with the 499. I know what you're saying, but in my opinion, besides the finals team, I believe all Luka's teams are kind of underwhelming, but so is this Lakers team. Yeah, I mean, he's never had like a great team. Like last year's team was by far the best. The finals team was by far the best team he was on. But again, I have to throw out there, that team needed like emergency surgery at the trade deadline to not be a 500 team. As a Laker fan, I hope LeBron fucking retires. Why would you want that? I see Lakers fans wanting that. It's like, do you realize that if LeBron just leaves for nothing this offseason, what is the ceiling? What does that do to the Lakers ceiling? You're losing like a top 15 player in the league. Like, I don't think it's the same thing with like trading Austin Reeves, where it's like, I get it. And yeah, if the right package were there, it makes sense. But do you realize then what that means for your ball handling situation the moment LeBron retires? Like, you have to find one. You don't have any outside of those three. Just have to like hope for the best. Timberwolves 50.5. I don't know if I'd feel comfortable going 50 with Minnesota. I don't know. They won 49 last year. They started slow. I don't know if the Nickeil Alexander-Walker's departure is going to hurt that much, but like Gobert maybe a step slower, Conley even a step slower. I wouldn't feel confident about going 50. Magic 51.5. Woo! Woo! I would not feel comfortable going over there, but I like it though. I mean, they have no excuse to not be great. Over 51.5 for Orlando? No, I think they'll be really good. And I would, if I just had to pick one, I'd say over, but I wouldn't like throw money on it just because that's, we haven't seen them do something like that. The roof is a ceiling. Paolo got that bag. He better come with it this year. Knicks 52.5. I'd actually go over that. They won 51 last year. I think they'll be better than that. I think they'll be mid-50s as the 2 seed. Nuggets 53.5. Jake Fisher-bomb. What could possibly be left to say? The Clippers have released Jordan Miller. Are you off your fucking rocker? Rockets 54.5. They won 52 last year. Do we see them getting mid-50s and wins? That makes sense to me. for their over-under. I wouldn't feel great about it, but that makes sense to me. I actually feel better about the Nuggets winning like 56 games than I do the Rockets, if that means anything. Cavs 55.5. Yeah. I was thinking about this morning. Did the Cavs win 60 again? Like, just look at the Eastern Conference. Like, the Cavs are far and away the best team on paper. For a regular season, at least, I think. Are they getting mid-60s again? Are they hitting 60 again, at least? Health correction might hurt Houston, especially with Unk KD. I mean, think about it, though. It's like even 50 games of KD. Is that better than 78 games of Jalen Green? That's what you got to ask. And then Thunder, 62.5. I actually think the Cavs one should be higher, honestly. I don't know if the Cavs one should touch 60, but it should be like 58, I think. I wonder if we see this from time to time when teams win, the direction they go. Because sometimes it's stay the course dominant, and sometimes it's, all right, we won, we know what it takes to win. You know, maybe we don't pedal to the metal as much in the regular season. Like, we know what it takes once we're in the playoffs now. Sheldon with the 499. Luka can't win if his team can't play defense. Lakers can't play defense. Their team is small. They'll be lucky to make it top 6 in the West. Yeah, I mean, I don't love their team, really. I guess they could win regular season games for sure. Fans shouldn't be worried about the ADI injury. I mean, I'm not that overly concerned about it. Some of these teams are an injury away from being in the lottery. I mean, that happens every year. That happens every year. One of these teams almost certainly is going to get fucked by injuries in free fall. Can't predict it. You never know. You never know. Well, this is interesting this far out. It might be fun to look back on these when like the season is about to start to see how much these have changed. I mean, Mavs at 38.5 is kind of crazy to me. I don't know. Like that's a terrible team. Just for a frame of reference, like how horrible the season was for the Mavs, they won 39 games. Like, that is so bad. Are the Mavs not 180 injury away from a playing team? No, I mean, yeah, for sure. We'll see. Well, wait, does that Clippers move maybe signal? Does that Clippers move maybe signal opening a roster spot? $38.5 still feels low to me, personally speaking. We couldn't have gotten to 40. And just be like, will they be 500 or not? God damn, I'm yawning. I might have to go take a nap, guys. I hate that you guys have to see me like this. Cato talks future consolidation that they should have made this year. Nap stream? All right. Let me take it to the couch. What's Cato saying? Last tweet was 7 minutes ago, or July 7th. So thank you. The Milwaukee Bucks are a team to watch for Russell Westbrook. In recent days, another team has suddenly emerged as possible suitor for Westbrook, the Milwaukee Bucks. The expectation across or surrounding the Bucks is that they will be utilizing one of their final roster spots to add extra guard depth. Cato talks future consolidation trade that they should have made this year. Yeah, where? Are you excited to watch Superman? What's woke about Superman? Is Superman woke? Big 21 today. So, hey, happy birthday, AJ. Cancer twins. Cancerous. Clippers have 3 empty roster spots with $8.9 million available. Bradley Beal, come on down. Didn't give him enough bulge. That's why it's woke. You know what's funny is I guarantee you there are people who think that. There's almost certainly somebody out there, and I'd love to talk to him. Do you like Clippers trading Norman? I thought he was... Well, I mean, by all accounts, the Clippers, they want to pay Norman Powell what he wanted. I like it for him. Damn, I was hoping to have the stream go longer, but I'm fucking tired as hell, guys. Hour 30? Jesus. Clippers cut Jordan Miller, sources tell me. Thank you, Shams. Shams in the chat, guys. I'm about to upload a video on here about the DeAndre Jordan saga. I worked out today slightly. Fuck you. Gotta lay off the perks. I only take them at night. That's not what it is. I think the blood thinners. I think it's me getting used to another medicine. I don't know. Who the hell knows? See, Texas Legends got the #1 pick. I was actually curious about that. I've never really followed that. Does that mean he's part of the Mavs organization now? Or is he just on the Texas Legends and any team can pick him up? Isn't that how it works? Like he's on the Texas Legends, but any team could scoop him? I was wondering how that works. All right, let's see. If no, I've already recorded the video. It's already uploaded. Let's see. It's already ready to publish. Yeah, it's ready to publish. So I was right on with the Collins to the Clippers trade idea. Another correct, slightly biased, just slightly early. Just slightly early. All right, we'll stream tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more well-rested tomorrow. But for sure, stream tomorrow, obviously. And Thursday night, correct? Thursday night. Oh, wait. They still have some of those Summer League games? Thursday night, Mavs Lakers, 8 p.m. I'll go live for that. For sure, we'll be live for that. No promise Summer League talk. There's the Summer League talk right there. I'll be live on Thursday for Summer League talk. You don't have mods control the toxicity of this chat. Where's the toxicity at? Live on YouTube or playback? Both. Assuming it's on playback, I'll go live on both. If they're just duking it out in the chat, so be it. As long as we're not saying some crazy shit. I like how Sally is yawning while there's a Lucas stand, foaming at the mouth, defending his player. I hate this shit, man. You know what sucks is before this, it was the best I felt. Like, honestly, probably the best I felt in my life. had so much energy, felt great physically. You know, got a great night's sleep every night, woke up, felt good, never napped, never needed a nap, was never really tired during the day. Was on top of the world. That's right. Guys, never take it for granted. Never take it for granted. Now look at me. I've got blood clots. Nico came to collect? I guess so. Cooper Flag will actually play defense and take the game seriously, unlike Fab Boy. Oh, that was me reading a chat. Oh, speaking of that, let's see who can sign the cast today. Let us see. We got about 2 weeks left in the cast. Let's see. Random number generator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 through 15. Boom. Boom. Generate. Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Something random. Is something random still here? Oh, also, another reason I'm going on Locked On again tonight. So. Some random. Are you here to collect? Pay to win? Hell yeah. I don't give a fuck. Yep. Absolutely. And I got a video tomorrow about Summer League. I got a video tomorrow. I was going through just like the history of Summer League. Does Summer League mean anything at all? What do you guys think? No, some random only has one quote because he turned down the second one, and now he's not here for this one. It's a damn shame. 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Logan! Oh, fuck. Logan, are you here? Logang. You here, Logang? Have you familiarized yourself with the Mavs Summer League roster yet? No. I'll familiarize it when the game starts. My favorite is turning on the Summer League games and be like, that guy's still going? That guy's still going for it? All right. Good for him. That's my go-to Summer League. That's my go-to Summer League statement right there. Good for that guy. Summer League, most of it's on ESPN, right? Darius Baisley, yeah. Have we seen? Have we seen any Lakers fans be like, he could be in the NBA right now? I don't think we have. Have you guys seen any? Lil Nessa with the 199. I want the signature. All right, who was number 7? Lil Nessa, I appreciate the some random. All right, number 3, something random. Number 4, Logan. God damn it. Number 6, some random. Oh my God, these guys are funding my whole operation. Number 5, some random. All right, 15. Oh my God, Lil Nesso. There you go. Oh, wait a second. Lil Nesso, you were 16. So is Sheldon still here? Sheldon, are you still here? I don't even think I read Sheldon. Oh, no, I did. Sheldon. Going once, going twice, Sheldon. That Sharp kid has one more chance to earn a spot on our roster. The Mavs roster? On a 2-way? Maybe. I'm pretty sure most games are on ESPN, right? Or NBA TV. All right, Sheldon, what do you want to write on my cast? It's up to you. First game on Thursday for Summer League, Vegas Summer League, 2:30, Pelicans, Timberwolves. Is Dillingham going to be playing in that? All right. Queen and Fears. That ain't half bad. First game. That's on ESPN. 2. Cavs, Pacers. Thunder, Nets. Are the Nets going to have all 5 out there? MFFL, not LFFL. Oh, God. That's what I have to write on there. All right. I didn't know that was the route where you're going. MFFL. I didn't know we were going that route, but all right. Not LFFL. And just to be clear, I think I am an LFFL. I think I'm a Luffle. I'm a Luffle. Sheldon. I'm a Luffle. Why not? All right, Sheldon. Good stuff. What is the prices to get into this Mavericks Lakers game? Where can I see it? Summer League ticket prices. $650. 2,000+. Let's see. SeatGeek Summer League. Michelob Ultra Courtside VIP deck, $970. I was kind of under the impression that you like bought a pass. I didn't know that you had to buy individual game tickets. Am I wrong in that? Or do you have to buy individual game tickets? This is just like day one of... Day one, $80 just to get in. Is this... $3,000 for the courtside. Jesus. My God. That's actually crazy. All right, guys, I'm about to publish this video right now. I want all of you guys to immediately leave this stream and go watch this video I'm about to publish right this second. I'm waiting until the moment I click end stream. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. I promise you I'll be a little bit more energetic. Hopefully. I'm not sure. Maybe not. We're getting through this one day at a time. I'll tell you that much. No, it's on this channel. This video's on this channel. All right, folks. Thank you all for coming out. All of the OGs, guys. I love you very much. Could have spent your Tuesday anywhere in the world you decide to spend it here. New subscribers, I promise you guys will not regret it. Donations, members, you guys never have to do that, but it helps me out tremendously. Makes me feel so good. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be on Locked On tonight. I got a video dropping right now. In fact, publish. The video has been published. There you go. And then I'll be live tomorrow. Yeah, only an hour 50 today. The Sheldon guy changed his name? You're kidding me. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I just looked at his chat profile. Who's him? No, that was him. That was him for sure. I just looked at his chat profile. It has his donation on it. That is pretty funny if it's true. And that actually makes me, that actually is going to put me on guard from here on out. All right. Love you all. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.